Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Split Labs channel. Today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. And before we jump into today's MLB best bets, I have to let you guys know, as always, this video is completely powered by Split Labs because we built the exact tool that we wanted to use ourselves as sports bettors. We're going to walk over some public betting splits, some line movement, and some market signals across the MLB today. And if you want to see what the crowd is doing, where the line is going, what the market is hinting at, that's literally what we do every single day here, or at least Monday through Friday. Hit the like, subscribe. If you want access to everything that you're going to see in this video as I land my best bets today for the MLB slate, head over to the link in the description or the pinned comment. Use promo code YouTube. Gives you 50% off your first month. All right. Time for the fun stuff. Let's jump into today's slate. We had a really solid day yesterday. I also can't get over this dashboard. I mean, I love dark mode. I'm sorry, guys. I have to call it out. Check out the new dashboard. It's so fantastic. But again, really solid day yesterday. I mean, I think my reads were spot on like the bounce back spots for the Cubs. I think I had an over on the Diamondbacks games and the Oriole, which hit comfortably. And some player props, Max Meyer, Marlins. Just a really good read. I think I only lost one bet yesterday, so let's carry that trend. Let's keep trucking for a positive week, and let's jump into today's slate, trying to get this video out as soon as possible for you guys because we got an early slate. Games kick off at 12:30, so let's jump right into it. Do I want to cover the Orioles again? I mean, I feel like I've been on them a lot, so I'm gonna honestly start out with the Guardians and the Cardinals today. Let's take a look at it. This game, first pitch is at 1:16 p.m. I love baseball start times. They're so fun. All right, we've got a pick 'em on the spread. 51% of bets on Cleveland, -1.5. However, 68% of money coming on the Cardinals. So it looks like, at least right now, as of 8:30 a.m., someone's feeling really good about the Cardinals covering this spread. Moneyline currently sitting at a pick 'em. I'm a little nervous about that because 78% of bets, 95% of money is on Cleveland Guardians moneyline. This money line has not changed. I love that you guys can actually see the line movement without me having to move down. Money line has not changed. They opened at a -102, still sitting at a -102, and you've got 95% of the money. I don't think so. Put me down for the Cardinals money line pretty confidently. Put me down for the Cardinals spread as well. +1.5. Happily will take that. And then as far as the over, 75% of money, or 75% of bets, 55% of money on over 8.5. It looks like the over was at a +100, now sitting at a -105. So it's actually trending in our favor here if you do like the over. Looking at I'm looking at these numbers. I really like the over here. Like, how do you not? Look at these arms available in this bullpen. We've got Cleveland coming in with a 5.74 ERA starter. He goes far enough. 5.2 innings pitched in his last 3 starts. Good. Then you've got Dustin May, 9.45 ERA. So I get why that's really concerning. This looks terrifying if you're an under better. Please beware if you're betting the under on this game. I don't see how this plays out well. He doesn't really go that far, and I'm backing the Cardinals. So that's terrifying. Maybe today's just a really good day for him and he can hold this in check. And then we got to get into these bullpens, which are both terrible. We got a 4.21 ERA on the Guardians lately, 0.85 whip, cool. And then they're matching the energy here with the Cardinals on 4.91 ERA as of recently, a 0.84 whip. Yeah, that's great, but the Cardinals are relying on their bullpen pretty heavily in their last 5. They also had a lot of appearances yesterday. So we do have good arms available here to hold this down. I'm pretty sure we're going to be relying a lot on, we're probably going to rely on some guys that were used yesterday, honestly, that were lightly used. Probably going to see O'Brien again, who knows, things like that. Or Romero, if we need to keep this in check. We do have some good fresh arms available that are their best in the bullpen right now. I've got this game going. Let me check the weather before I say it. Yeah, I mean, this looks like an over game. How do I discount that? Look at this. It's 75 degrees, so not too hot. Pretty perfect day for a good ball game. Humidity is not bad. We got the wind blowing towards outfield, as we can see that on the map here. Let me just turn on the hit profile really quickly and see who this really benefits. We've got Cleveland. Cleveland is more left-centered. And then music to my ears. Come on, tell me. Cardinals. Yeah, Cardinals are taking in the, predominantly the areas that we're seeing are going towards the, their team, the advantage of the field and the wind conditions, the weather conditions. I'm feeling really good about the Cardinals bet here. Feeling really good about the over too. I don't know how you fade it, especially with the pitchers that are coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if this turns into, I'm using a baseball terminology, but like a shootout here, home run derby, if we will, on this game. So give me the over 8.5 on here. Give me the Cardinals money line. Give me the Cardinals spread. Give me all of it. I'm in for it. I also, yeah, if this is a game you're eyeing for a nerfy on, I would strongly advise against it. That's just my personal opinion. All right, moving into the next game, let's go to the Royals and the Tigers. Had the Royals yesterday personally, and they let me down and collapsed when it mattered most. So yesterday I did the same thing where I was like going in with the intent on seeing a bounce back spot. I don't know if I'm gonna have that same read here. Royals are currently sitting at a 7-10 record in the season. Tigers better formed 8-9 record, won yesterday against the Royals. We've got 84% of bets, 86% of money on Detroit -1.5. Line is moving in favor of the Tigers, so that's a positive for sure. On the money line, 55%, 53% of bets on the money line. They opened at a -126, moving to a -130. So really minor movement there, but it aligns, it tracks towards going towards the Tigers. And then as far as the total, it opened at a -105 for the over. 85% of bets, 98% of money on this over 8. Now sitting at a -115. So it's getting, the price is getting a little worse. That's where the public is currently seeing this. I don't have too much of a read here. The line is trending in favor of Detroit. So, that's a positive just looking at the advantages here. I do see a starting pitcher advantage for the Royals, and the bullpen, I think they can hold this in check. He's going to go further, right? Lugo's going to go further. He's averaging about almost 6 innings pitched in his last 3 starts. So that's a really positive signal for the Royals. Moving, we've got Flaherty, which is coming in with a 5.14 ERA. Has not gone long outing so far this season in his last 3 starts, but the Tigers bullpen is solid. Literally, we say there, 2.81 ERA, coming in with a 0.75 whip. And we got some really good arms available. So it's not too much of a concern. There's just the starting pitcher advantage. And then you got the bullpen. We've got really good arms available. And the Royals bullpen was terrible. If you guys remember it was so bad anytime they'd come in. But the recent form here, they've been locking it down. 3.47 ERA as of late. Not great, don't get me wrong, but good enough to contend with this matchup. And we've got all of the best arms available. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Royals upset here. I also just had a Cardinals upset, so that scares me a little bit. I'm not really going to lean into that. I might lean into the under here if we're being honest. I know we've got weather conditions really playing in favor of this. We do have some chances of a light shower, so I do like that as holding the weather in check here. Detroit's leaning in the same spots where we're seeing a good advantage. Same thing with the Royals. So both teams are leaning in favor of kind of the park conditions here in the forecasted, weather. But, we are going to see some rain throughout. So I'm going to lean into that. Give me the under 8. And maybe we'll see a rain appearance. I don't think it's enough for it to cause a delay, but enough to impact the weather and maybe have the ball die or something like that. All right, what do we want to do for our final game here, guys? I don't really want to end on a White Sox game. Let's take a look at the Blue Jays. I haven't seen them lately. I don't know if I've placed a wager on the Blue Jays this whole season, or the Brewers, honestly. The Brewers are one of those MLB teams personally for me that's on a no bet list. But let's see what we've got. They lost a close one yesterday in extra innings. However, the public looks like they're holding on strong here. 8-8 coming in. We got Toronto visiting them. 76% of bets, 93% of money on Milwaukee +1.5. I think people are expecting a bounce back spot. I'm not upset at that. The Blue Jays, you never know what you're gonna get. Plus money, 70% of bets, 81% of money on the Milwaukee Brewers. Public's holding on strong there at a +106. Line has not moved. I'm a little terrified. Blue Jay bettors, I'm not going to lie to you. And then on the total went way over, if I'm remembering correctly, yesterday. But we are seeing more sharp money coming in on the over as of right now. 42% of bets, so that's the public, and then 64% of money on the total. So if somebody's feeling really good about the total going over, maybe later on in the games, just because I'm looking at this bullpen. And we're coming in with a 9.6 ERA or a 0.96 ERA. You're not going too far, Patrick. And then you got to get into this bullpen. So maybe that's what they're kind of reading into. Milwaukee lately is coming in with a 6.18 ERA, which is not great. They also used a lot of arms yesterday. They do have some good arms available, but like these, McGee and Ashby can't take you the entire way if you're not going, the full 5 here, like the expected start that we're expecting. Opposite here, this bullpen is not, they were lightly used, so I can't say that. The bullpen, 3.3 ERA, great, not great. Let's stick to what we say, right? Solid. It's good. However, look at the arms right now. It's used, they're taxed. They went into extras yesterday, so that's not too terrible. We do have arms available, but like it's not our best arms. These people have given up runs. And then the roof is closed here, so the weather dynamic does not play a role whatsoever here. So like we literally just have to look at starting pitcher and the bullpens here. I'm willing to take this over 7.5. The bullpens, I think, are going to give this up late. I wouldn't be surprised if a Nerfy hits and then we see this kind of start trending over in the second half of it, stuff like that. Really quickly, let's get a player prop on the board here. And let's see what we've got, just because I do have this being like a starting pitcher, duel in the first 5 and then kind of collapsing at the end. Let's start with Chad Patrick. Last 2 games, you haven't hit the 4.5 line. Let's check versus your opponent. No data against your opponent, which I think really works in our favor. Because they aren't familiar with you. So I think that's a positive. Let's check Dylan Cease here. I love this mustache. Let's go all, check your opponent. Look at that. Like, how do I fade this? How do you fade the 7Ks here? Like I do think that this is going to trend over after Dylan gets out. I'm gonna lean more into the Brewers pitcher though, just because they haven't seen him. Give me the over 4.5Ks for plus money, plus 114 on Chad Patrick, just because the Blue Jays since 2023 are not familiar with him. And I think I'd like to use that in my advantage here. So give me that. And those are going to be my best bets when it comes to full games, totals, and player props here. With that being said, let's have a fantastic day, guys. As always, if you want access to everything that you saw here today as I land my best bets, head over to the link in the description. Splitlabs.net, promo code YouTube gives you 50% off your first month, also in the pinned comments. And as always, if this video helps you out at all, whether you're tailing or you're fading, please like the video, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with our MLB best bets again, and then drop in the comments what you're tailing, what you're fading, what your best bets are. Just love seeing it. It really does help me kind of like, as I'm going through the day and looking for bets myself, kind of seeing maybe if there's anything that you guys saw that maybe I missed during my spot check here and went through the slate with you guys. With that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let's continue to have a fantastic week, and I'll talk to you guys later.